Well, hello and happy Monday, everyone. This is now Fiery Phoenix coming at you with a court case, the Jacqueline Dowaliby court case. This court case has been going on in a long time, since actually 1988. She is still missing today. She has put a picture up so y'all can see who I'm talking about. I got her on here. This is the lady I am talking about. I don't know why I can't see it. Put it this way. This is the lady who I am talking about. Her name is Jacqueline Dwalby. Jacqueline Dwalby. Okay. I'm sorry I'm so bad with names. But this is the case I'm going to talk about today. The killer has never been cited, has never even been caught. I wanted to discuss this a little bit. Share this out. This is important. This is not about me. And I don't mind it, you know. Okay. Now, the details of the case. The location was in Midlothian, Illinois. And the exact date of the case was September 10th, 1988. She was the 7-year-old daughter. She was a 7-year-old daughter of Cynthia Dwalby, an adopted daughter of her second husband, David. On September 10th of 88, David and his son woke early to make sure to stay quiet, not to wake up the rest of the family, including his mother, who lived in the basement. However, at 7:15 a.m. that morning, the husband, David, discovered his front door was partly open. At first, he thought it was his mother had come home earlier and left the door open. Her car was not in the driveway, but he then assumed that she had left again while leaving the door open. 2 hours later, Cynthia went to Jacqueline's room to wake her, but she was not in her room. The daughter was not in her room. So, they initially assumed that she was out playing with friends. After searching the home, David and his son went out searching for Jacqueline. They could not find a trace of her at all. When Cynthia went back into Jacqueline's room, she discovered that her comforter was missing, which was unusual because the little girl Jacqueline would not take it with her to go outside. When Cynthia When Cynthia walked down her driveway to go to a neighbor's house, she noticed that the basement window had been broken. It appeared that the intruder had used it to gain entrance to the house. Within hours, the police and the FBI were at the Dwalby's household, waiting for a ransom demand. So now that's weird. Okay, what I'm wanting to know doing this is why they are wanting a ransom demand, waiting on a ransom demand. Okay. However, no call came. 4 days later, the daughter's body, Jacqueline, was discovered in a vacant field near Blue Island, Illinois. Found at the scene was Jacqueline's comforter and a nightgown, along with the rope that was around her neck. Now, I'm sorry, someone does that is sick. From the beginning of the investigation into Jacqueline's disappearance, it was two-pronged. While they pursued the possibility of a kidnapping, they began a detailed questioning of both Cynthia and David, the parents. The questions involved what the Dwalby did in the morning of Jacqueline's disappearance. But when the investigators believed and went down into the basement, which saw the window was broken from the inside to make it look like an intruder was responsible. Dust was on the windshield and had not been disturbed. Okay, now this almost sounds like another case, a very well-known case to me. It's almost the same exact method, what I'm gathering. Almost the same exact method. Okay. On September the 11th, the day after Jacqueline's disappearance, David agreed to take a polygraph examination at the FBI headquarters in Chicago. Actually. An agent told David that he had passed the examination. 3 days passed, still with no lead at all. On the day that Jacqueline's body was found, David was asked to take another polygraph. The results of this test were inconclusive, with the examiner claiming that David was uncooperative. Why would the father be uncooperative if his daughter is missing? That's a question I want to put out. Why? Okay. David, however, the father, claimed this examiner told him to answer yes to every question, including the question, "Did you kill your daughter?" To which David said he refused to respond with yes. Okay, that's odd. Why would an examiner tell a dad that? Well, I understand they're going to check the machine, but to tell the dad that is ridiculous. Okay, now, after the second polygraph, David was interrogated for 5 hours before the officer interrupted. The officer said that Jacqueline's body was found. David believed that the police officers were lying to him in order to get him to confess. Whoa. However, he had come home to find Cynthia crying. He knew that the news was true. An autopsy was unable to determine when Jacqueline was murdered, but on September 17th, she was laid to rest. The investigation now involved the Illinois State Police, the Metropolitan State Police, and the Blue Island Police. In other words, it's going to be huge. For 2 months, they gathered evidence and built a case against the Dwalibys. Finally, in November of '88, David and Cynthia Dwalby were arrested and charged with Jacqueline's murder. Cynthia was 2 months pregnant. It's time. The couple insisted they were innocent. Okay. Question. If they were innocent, why not prove it. Okay. Shall we go on? In April 1990, David and Cynthia Dwalby went on trial for Jacqueline's murder. The prosecution had built its case mainly on circumstantial evidence. One prosecution witness, a transit worker named Everett Mann, had picked David out of a photo lineup. He claimed that on the night of Jacqueline's murder, he had seen a man with a prominent nose, like David's, sitting in a parked car near the site where Jacqueline's body was found. The defense felt that this identification was ridiculous. Everett was at least 75 feet away from the car, and it was a dark, moonless night. The photo spread that Everett was shown, whereas the frontal photographs. Even though Everett saw the person from a side view, David's photograph was also larger than the other 4 photographs. So, this makes you wonder. Does it not make you wonder? Honestly, does it not make you wonder? Okay. Now, before the trial, the 2 other witnesses claimed that they had seen Cynthia's car near the area where Jacqueline's body was found. However, these sightings were discredited because it was confirmed that Cynthia's car was in front of the Dwalby's home at the time of the sightings. Another issue in the prosecution case involved the basement window. A forensic analysis was done on the window and determined that it had been broken from the inside or the outside of the home. Now, there were several items including a nightstand, towel rack, TV tray, and a makeup tray. None of these items were disturbed. So, that's telling me, everybody, that's telling me that it has to be an inside job. It had to. So, okay, to prove that this was possible, David shot a video showing a neighbor entering through the basement window. The neighbor was able to wedge his leg on the wall and enter without disturbing anything. Okay, where's the video? Other prosecution evidence included a bloodstained pillow found in Jacqueline's bedroom, head hairs similar to Jacqueline's found in the trunk of her parents' car, her brother claiming that she got spanked a lot by her parents, and a neighbor identifying the rope that killed Jacqueline as one that the brother often played with. Okay. However, the blood on the pillow could not be identified. The hairs could not be confirmed as coming from Jacqueline's. So the defense focused on a convicted sex offender, Perry Hernandez, who committed a similar abduction 1 year after Jacqueline's murder. Okay. Now, the Dwalibys never testified during the trial. Why? That's another red flag. If they claim that they were so innocent, why not testify on your behalf, claiming that you're innocent. Okay, before closing arguments, the judge addressed both legal teams without the jury present. He decided that the case against David Dwalby would continue as scheduled. However, the judge felt that there was insufficient evidence for Cynthia's case to be put to the jury. Makes I get it in a way. The jury deliberated for 3 days before finding David Dwalby guilty of first-degree murder. He was sentenced to 45 years in prison. Cynthia and friends of the family created a grassroots movement in an attempt to get David released. The movement caught the attention of legal journalist David Protest in several articles. He criticized the conviction of David Dwalby. Paul Hogan worked with Protest to create a series of investigative journalism reports in an attempt to get David Dwalby released. Now, this is interesting. In October of '91, the Illinois Court of Appeals reversed David's conviction and ordered him to be released. However, some investigators are still convinced that David Dwalby is responsible for Jacqueline's murder. I want to pull his picture up. I'm sorry. Guys, give me a minute. I want to pull his picture up again. I want to see what he looks like today. Let me see if I can pull this up. There he is. Okay. Now, I'll pull his picture up. That's what, hey boss, that's why I'm thinking, why not talk for yourself at a trial if it involves a daughter's murder? I don't get it. Pull this guy's picture up here. Okay, I want to do this here. Get this going here. Okay. Nope. This is this one. Okay. Now, that is the picture of him today. The latest picture I can find. Okay, but it's saying that David and Cynthia, parents, are still searching for Jacqueline's real killer. Okay, now this is talking about suspects. Although David was initially convicted of Jacqueline's murder, 2 of the suspects have been considered and dismissed as having alibis. Okay. When the case went on the show American Justice, why? After it went on that broadcast of American Justice, unresolved, 2 viewers called the telecenter and refuted the alibi of one of the original suspects. One of the suspect that was talking was Timothy Guess, Guess, Jacqueline's biological brother. I'm sorry, Jacqueline's biological uncle. This case got me messed up already. Sorry about that. Guess a diagnosed schizophrenic claimed that he was working at a local restaurant on the night of Jacqueline's murder. Okay. However, at least 5 regular patrons of the restaurant have stated that guest was not there at that night also. He was not there. This is going to be, I'm pulling up pictures. I am pulling up pictures. I want this case done. Going too long. Let's see if that's him. But I'm wondering, it don't say. Okay. This is what he looked like. I'm going to pull this up. We're going to do this. I'm going to take this out here. Okay, I'm going to do this. Share my screen. That picture right there is the uncle. Also, one of his original alibi witnesses has since changed her story. This also had links to the apartment next to where Jacqueline's body was found. Now, that's, to me, I'm sorry, but that's crazy. That is crazy. Jacqueline's case was reopened by the state attorney's office. However, charges were never filed against her uncle, Timothy Guest. According to journalist David Protest, Guest later told him that a spirit that lived inside him had told him details about Jacqueline's murder. Okay. Guest told Protest about the layout of the Dwalby home, even though he'd never been inside. He also knew that a light was on in Jacqueline's closet, but not in her bedroom. This detail was never released to the public. Why? Why not have them release that information to the public? Hey, Wolfden, I don't get it. I don't get it. Despite the evidence against him, Guest was never charged. He died in year 2002. Okay. Another suspect came up. Sex offender Perry Hernandez was investigated. He had committed a similar abduction 1 year after Jacqueline's murder. However, evidence found on Jacqueline's body did not match him, and he was cleared by the authorities. Okay. They still hope. Let's see. The Dwalbys have since moved and changed their last names due to the publicity of the case. Why change your last name? Sherry Lynn, how you doing? Why change your last name if you are wanting your little girl's murder found out, wanting to find out who done it? It's ridiculous. They still hope that Jacqueline's murder can be solved. Officially, Jacqueline's case remains unsolved. Now, I want to play a video if I can, make sure that's not the video I'm wanting. I want to see if I can find. Okay. That's good, Sherry Lynn. I don't see why they changed their last name. If they want the murder found, if they want to stick with it, I understand that, Sherry Lynn. I completely get it. I completely get it. Change that one. Not showing. This one's going to show. See if I can find a video here. I'm not doing YouTube video, so nope. Because I know how YouTube is getting to be. Oh, no problem, Sherry Lynn. I understand it. Okay. Let's see if I can find the evidence. Okay. I just don't understand. Oh, this is very interesting. They found an unidentified, according to what I'm reading here, they found an unidentified fingerprint. I'm not understanding. Okay. I don't know, Wolf. You know how YouTube can be. Okay. Darn, why does that not let me? Don't want to. I just don't get it why the parents of that little girl is wanted to change the last name. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. No sense to me. Okay. Trying to see if I can find some video I can play. There you go, Wolf. Okay, this is interesting. Let me do something real quick here. I want to show y'all this. This is very interesting. Okay, you see on the screen here, right? This is starting that case. This is an original docket. The original docket. Scroll down through here. Talking about the trial. Explained it. All about that. See? Look at the timeline. It's this. Now, this is made from the house on September 10th of '88. Notice the temp. Okay, so Sylvia's sister-in-law. 1 minute call that morning. Jacqueline's friend called at 9:52 a.m. Wax restaurant. 5 minute call. 411. 1 minute. See the phone record of that day. Now I'm going as slow as I can here. Oh, I know, Sherry Lynn. This what makes you upset. All this, and that little girl, you know. I'm glad to see that the mother was acquitted, though. Let me see. Now, this is Destiny. Is that you? Everybody, that's my niece in the stream. Tell her hello. Her name is Destiny. I like the icon, Destiny. You want to come up? Okay. I'm going to show something that is interesting, but it's not. Okay, go here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wolfton, that's my niece. Okay. This is her obituary. Okay. I'm gonna look at shall we look at the photos? Okay, look. Now see, this is her gravestone right here. How can you want to change your name because of her? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's sad. I mean, you can see, you know, this is her grave marker right there. That was her in kindergarten. Kindergarten. I mean, it don't. I'm trying to find out if the uncle, you know, this is my theory. For what I've read of the case, what I've seen videos of the case, I'm thinking possibly the uncle knew something about that house. Okay, Shirley. There has been new cases, but hey, Trent. Yeah, this is an interesting case because the uncle knew something about that house, knew every detail about that. The light in the closet on. What else? The layout of the room. Could the uncle have done it? That's what I'm wanting to know. Let's watch some of this to see the sound on it. I know I want to stream this. It's been on TV, so I can't say. Window. There we go. Go here.
Most chilling unsolved crimes. 7-year-old Jacqueline Dwalby taken from a bed as she slept in 1988. Her killer is officially still not in the know.
Yes.
Some experts believe the case was solved years ago.
Jacqueline Dwalby would have turned 35 years old next week had she not been taken from her bed and murdered. The case that
no, it's not. Well, it's not real current. The case was in '88.
Her mother and stepfather, Cynthia and David Dwalby, were arrested and taken to trial and eventually acquitted. No one else has ever been charged.
See, I don't understand that. I'm thinking, well, I can't really say, but something don't add up.
But oddly, even with an open murder on the books, Chief Harold Kaufman declined to be interviewed for this report.
See?
Why the police are not pursuing this case. It suggests to me that they think they had it right and that there's really nobody and nothing out there that's going to change that conclusion. September 1988, someone apparently breaks through this basement window and takes Jacqueline Dwalby as she sleeps, carries her past the bedroom where her mother and adoptive father are asleep, and out the front door. A week later, her body found.
Sounds like another case, don't it, everyone?
Family's garage around her neck. Strangulation, death by strangulation, without ruling out their relative or friend would be involved. When Jacqueline Dwalby disappeared, some eyes looked here, South Florida, the home of her biological father, Jimmy Guest. There was just one problem with that theory. Mr. Guest at the time was locked up in prison.
Yep.
Played a big part of me died. I just feel that I guess I'll be obsessed. I mean, it really tore me up. A lot of things that matter to me. So cool.
In 1988, with Jimmy Guest in prison, police attention turned to Jacqueline's mother, Cynthia, and stepfather, David. They will take the test.
I'm thinking. Y'all know what I'm thinking, I'm sure.
Or communicate with us any further in this investigation. 2 months later, both were charged with murder and tried together. They actually taken to the crime scene. But before jurors could decide the case, a Cook County judge acquitted Mrs. Dwalby for insufficient evidence. Mr. Dwalby was convicted and sentenced to 45 years. But in 1991, he too was released when the Illinois Appellate Court overturned his conviction, also because of insufficient evidence.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Kind of reminds you of a high-profile case, don't it?
It's any parent's worst nightmare. We did speak with the attorneys who defended them more than 25 years ago.
Hold on, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Let me go back here so you can listen to it. I'm going back. Because that's my bad. That's my uncle calling.
Jimmy Guest in prison, police attention turned to Jacqueline's mother, Cynthia, and stepfather, David. They are not going to cooperate or communicate with us.
It could be Wolf. I'm thinking it could be.
Both were charged with murder and tried together. The jury actually taken to the crime scene. But before jurors could decide the case, a Cook County judge acquitted Dwalby for insufficient evidence. Mr. Dwalby was convicted and sentenced to 45 years. But in 1991, he too was released when the Illinois Appellate Court overturned his conviction, also because of insufficient evidence. Let's say that you were able to talk to them. What is the question?
Come on.
I would ask them why. Oh, well, why didn't you protect them? That's fair. You know, that's how can you not protect it?
You won't out there, then.
We did speak with the attorneys who defended them.
Listen to this, y'all.
I see this as two innocent people.
I'm thinking, y'all. I'm gonna keep my opinion to myself, but I think there's another.
Child sex offender Perry Hernandez, whose MO resembled what happened to Jacqueline Dwalby. Police ruled out Hernandez as a Dwalby suspect, but he is still in prison for an unrelated case. Even if new evidence surfaced,
I'm thinking this has something to do with a.
they could be tried under the jeopardy clause of the Constitution. Sadly, it's one of those rare cases where justice will never be done. You either had the right people or the person who ultimately got off, or you had the wrong people, but there are no other leads. And either way, whoever committed that murder.
Come on.
The idea is learned that David and Cynthia Dwalby now live 40 miles away from where the murder happened, now using different last names.
See, that's messed up.
Last month, we asked both of them to discuss the unsolved murder of their daughter with an eye toward generating possible new leads from the public.
Yeah.
They didn't respond.
See that. I'm sorry, guys. To me, that's too. How can I put it? Red flag. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you who I think done it, and it just. I'm thinking, honestly, guys, the uncle. Well, if you think about it, it kind of reminds you of the Bonet case in a way. The window, the rope, and things like that. That's what it reminds me of, the John Bonet case. But the parents don't want to contact them, don't want to contact the media or talk about it. I know it may, and change the last name. I cannot get that out of my mind. Why? Yeah, you're right, Destiny. You're right. Why? Why change the last name though? Because I'm thinking it's, it's very similar to that John Bonet case. Okay, that made no sense at all. But y'all, I want y'all to make your decision for yourself. That's just my thoughts on it. If you can, I mean, there's just a lot of red flags in the case. Why didn't police pursue this harder? Why was their stuff not touched when someone come in the window? What about the light in the closet? How you describe the room, the basement, But y'all, yep. Well, good to have, Destiny. I'm thinking that too. But everyone, I'm going to end this stream. Everyone think, oh yeah. And I want to thank everybody for coming in here and showing me some support. I appreciate everybody being here. And y'all have a good day. I will probably be on Twitch later. If you need my Twitch, I think Trenton has it. And I will talk to y'all then. Y'all have a good one.